Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and today is December 21st. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't tell you all how much I appreciate you, and I hope your holiday is going awesome. So here's a last minute gift idea that you could do if you just have a little bit of the paper. This is my December daily. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. That I'm doing with the lovely Rhonda over at Junk Journal Diva. Don't forget to go subscribe to her. And the papers we are using is Peace on Earth from DecorateYourLife.com. It is an 8-page pack. And you can order the physical copy or the digital copy. So what I did, one of the pages is this gorgeous frames page. And one of the things that I thought we could do with these is very similar to what I did. If you watched earlier, you saw me do something very, very similar in my journal. And so what I'm going to do is, that's a very small little frame, but I don't want to cut into that. So yep, this is what we're going to do. It's right in here. Let me hold my knife properly. I'm just going to cut down the sides. But this time, oh yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and cut across the bottom on this one too. I'm going to try something else on a different one. I just had an idea, but I want to think it through for half a second before I say it out loud and attempt it. And there we go. Set my knife back over there all nice and safe. And flip this up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it to this piece of cardboard. Okay, yep. And I want to glue it as if it's a pocket. And here you can use, you can go either way, where you just glue this outside edge like I'm going to, giving you more wiggle room for your photo. Or you could go the other route and glue it, very tight to your frame, so that way the photo that goes in has to fit, very well. I like to give myself a little bit more room. And so, let's see, I'm going to put this about a ½ inch away on here. And then I'm going to take my scissors or my knife, either way, whatever's comfortable to you, for cutting cardboard, the cardboard that you happen to have. Now this is a piece that I had already torn the back off, so as far as I'm concerned, the back is already finished, because I love this. I love the way that this looks, and so that's great as far as I'm concerned. Like, so much so that I am actually going to add a little bit of that same texture to the front by tearing off a bit here and there. Oh man, I hope that fly is not bugging you guys half as much as it's bugging me. So, you could, in fact, just carefully tear around the whole frame if you wanted. I'm not going to. I'm going to try. Just tear off just a bit here. There we go. And then I'm going to add a bit of texture with my tissue paper. Again, similar to what you guys saw in the journal. But this is just to give you another idea of ways that you can use the same technique to achieve, totally different things in a lot of ways. Because this is going to be a little ornament as opposed to a junk journal. And it already has some of the glitter glue on it. That's awesome. And that might have been a little bit of a large piece to glue on there, but that's okay. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my crocodile, because it's the easiest thing for me to punch large holes with. I'm going to slide this in here, roughly centered right there in that top. And now we've got our hole, and we can hang that with a myriad of things. Let's see, here we go. Here's something. This lovely little ribbon. And the reason why I left it open like that little frame, and I will fix it here in just a second, after I get my ribbon. So it's not just popping open like that. So that way you can add a photo. And I think I actually have a photo right here within reach this time. And I thought this would be a great way to there we go. Sorry about that. It's one of those loading, concentrating type things, to add a photo of a loved one that's not necessarily with us, for whatever reason. And this would probably have been easier to trim down if I had done it before. But this is just a copy for anybody who's worried about it. This is just a copy. I have digitized the original, but I do still in fact have the original. So it's not a big deal that I'm chopping into it. Nope. So this is my husband's grandmother. On her, well, near her wedding day. I'm not sure this is the actual wedding day, but this was preparations for the wedding. And she could play any instrument that she got her hands on. And so there we go. Because sometimes, we want to remember them and whatnot, but it's hard, And so we want it to be there, but we don't want it to be a huge statement. And so this allows the photo to be there, but be able to have it be that private something. And let's see, I was thinking to add a little closure for that. I have this tiny bead. Well, it's not super tiny. I have tinier beads. Believe it or not, I have tinier beads in this. But I was thinking that I could just add, or not beads, but button. I could add this button here and only glue it down on the bottom. But before I even do that, I want to grab a piece of twine and feed it through those buttonholes to make it look like it's sewn in. And I mean, I guess I could poke the holes and actually try and do that, but the faux sewing works just fine for me. There we go. And one more hole back up. And you could totally use a needle. Glue the end to make this a little easier for yourself, because my end is kind of fraying and that's making it hard to shove it through this last hole. There we go. And then now I'm just going to tie a little knot, so that way, it looks, hope that cord was not in camera too bad. Kind of don't think it was. It's just, it hit my arm. So there we go. And then trim these down like so. And I mean, isn't that just super cute? And then very carefully, I'm gonna go ahead and use a piece of this cut off photo as a mask. So that way I cannot get glue on that photo that I want in there. And I'm just going to put just a dab of glue. And a hot glue, this would be a great application for hot glue, if you're comfortable with it. And now we just put the button down where it is overlapping that glue and the white space there. Or not white space, but the frame there. And then that way you can tuck that in and it holds it closed, but it's still a super lightweight ornament. And as you can see, you have several different looks here and styles. You could do the clock that same way, and you don't have to use the cardboard. Just because I love that doesn't mean that you do. The jute would work really good. There's just the tissue paper, there's fabric, so many different ways that you can take this concept. Okay. But I hope that inspires you to make a little photo frame, a photo gift, so photo ornament. That's what I'm trying to spit out. A photo frame ornament. as a potential last minute gift idea, because you can see that only took a couple minutes to whip one together, you know. And I greatly appreciate all of your time. Don't forget to enter to win all of the different giveaways. You're going to have to go back and watch each video. I'm not going to tell you which ones it is. You're going to have to go back and pay attention to find out where the giveaways are. And don't forget to go subscribe to the lovely Rhonda over at Junk Journal Diva. And again, I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate every single minute we spend together. And I hope that your holiday season is awesome.